Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Alta Call MAFS. I'm your host, Tane, here with a new episode talking about Love is Blind Italy, episodes 8 and 9. Here to cover this with me is Brian from Maps Virgin. Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. They really gave us the meat in the middle drop of this season, didn't they?
It's like a meat and one bun. The bread,
Right?
not both.
Open face sandwich.
There you go. And really random, Brian. Should your name still be Maps Virgin? Shouldn't you be like Maps Deflowered or something by now?
We should be something else. I mean, at this point, we're just throwing it around all kind of seasons. So I'm not sure what you would call
Turning
us,
around
but
in a circle. You're not a
well,
virgin
it's
anymore.
it's funny because I was talking to Amy from Little Miss Recap. If you look at the description of our show on Google, it assumes that Kim and I, the AI thinks that Kim and I are both sexless adults. And it's still that way now. And when we first launched, I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. We have like 2 episodes. They don't know anything. They'll catch on. I'm like, no, we have a lot of episodes. How do you still think? And it's like, it talks about how we are a popular podcast covering Married at First Sight. And also we are sexless adults. And I'm like, no, we are not sexless adults.
That's so funny. Well, I mean, how
Yeah,
are you going to
we
correct
should rename.
AI? Yeah.
But at this point, if people know us now, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's a brand now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Housekeeping. What do I have? Couples therapy. We're back. We have two more episodes left to cover this season, and it's a good one. So go listen to that. This is all in the free podcast. Like I say every week, let me know what you would like me to cover, what you would like us to cover. There's a bunch of stuff coming up next year that we're working on, but also for me and Brian, like we haven't touched on the latest Brazil, and we haven't touched on Argentina, but I'm scared for Argentina. I was just telling Brian before we came on, like, I don't think I saw not even one person talk about
Mm-hmm.
Argentina, and I don't know what that means. But also, no one's talking about Italy.
That's true, and I mean, I get why. We'll talk about it, but
Yeah,
I get why this is not caught fire the way that maybe it
yeah.
could have if it was South Africa again.
Ha. We need a Love Is Blind South
You need to
Africa.
come back.
No, did we have one? We never had one.
There wasn't. What was a? There was
Is
Love is Blind
Love
South
Never
Africa.
Lies?
What am I thinking?
No,
Oh,
there was
Love
a
Never
Love Never
Lies.
Lies, and but
Love
there's
Never
not
Lies
a
was South. Oh
Love Is
boy,
Blind yet.
yeah,
Oh God,
that's
I
what I'm
would
thinking of.
be
Whew.
all over that like white on rice if that came
Bring
out.
that show to
Like,
the U.S. I'd watch that again. Here, that was a fun show. That was just wow. No, I
yeah,
want that mess again.
they always deliver. Okay,
Hmm.
so let me know. Yeah, let me know what you would like me to cover. And I did like a reality ramble the other day. It was just I watched a lot of stuff and I had to get it out, and I just talked about it. I talked about Vanderpump. I talked about Survivor, The Amazing Race, and I think Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And some of you liked it. So I might think about that and see what's on my heart each week. I get annoyed every week, so there's always something to talk about. So, but yeah, thanks, guys. So if you like that, let me know. Also, Traders is coming back January 8th, I want to say. We have a hater in the mist that doesn't watch Traders.
I'm not a hater. I'm neutral. I'm hater neutral.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to do, I have two episodes from Blast from the Past from the summer. One episode where I was with Scally from the Free Agents podcast, where we went through each person on the cast of Traders and we listed who we wanted to be traders. So I'm going to re release that closer to the date. And I sat with Jason from a Perfect Match podcast, and we did a cast draft of maths participants that we would like to see on Traders. So that was fun also. So those are old episodes that I'm probably going to release closer to Traders in anticipation for the season, and then working on seeing if I can do a recap on that, but just let me know. And finally, patreon.com. You can get bonus episodes on there, 90-day Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I'm going to have the reunion recap for the challenge out there also. And if you like what you hear, you want to gift this to a friend, head on over and give your friend the gift of my voice for the holidays. Okay, back to why we're here. We're here for Love is Blind Italy episode 8 and 9. I just want to say I don't understand why episode 9, The Weddings, had its own thing at 9 Central. It didn't just drop like a regular drop. I'm like, Italy, you are lucky to be part of the roster. What are we doing?
Right.
Like,
Italy
why?
chill. And not to mention the weddings are the worst episode of every season of this show. So like,
Yeah.
don't, the weddings are good. No one cares about that. The reunion is interesting, but
Yeah.
like, no, dude, the reunion and like episode 1 of the pods where you get to like meet the weirdos and stuff. Like
Yeah.
after that, no, I don't need you to make a big deal about the wedding episode. No one cares.
I mean, two people already dropped out. Like, what are we doing right here?
Right.
So,
Right.
but anyways, episode 8 starts with the Pod Squad doing a meetup. They didn't call themselves that, but that is my English translation of that. And they started adding X to the title cards at the bottom, and it's just hilarious to me. It's like Alessandro, Eliza's ex, and then Georgia,
Right.
Giovanni's ex. And I'm like, wow.
They broke up 12 hours ago.
Yes.
Calm down.
So Georgia is telling them that it's done, and she realized that he wasn't the man for her. And I just had a flashback to the pods when everyone was like, we feel so bad for Georgia. Like, she's getting into it with this man, and he is not it at all. And boy, were they
No.
right.
Yeah, they're like, well, she's falling for his bullshit. There she goes.
Yeah. And then Eliza comes in and then practically, I want to say, throws herself at Davide. It's a different one. We have another.
A different Davide, a stranger we don't know.
Yeah.
It was aggressive, and it felt like the kind of thing high school or college me would do. Come in and make a big scene of really being physically aggressive with somebody else in front of my ex to make them feel weird, basically.
I'm going to show him I have moved on from 10 hours ago.
I will say, at some point, did they, so on my translation, she called herself either a cutie pie or a sweetie pie. Did that translate?
I didn't clock that.
When she was hanging all over Davide, she's like, yeah, I just do whatever I want. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm a cutie pie. I don't give a shit. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
That's funny. Alessandra tells us that she used to talk with Davide and he was fine. Like, it wasn't a thing that he was worried about. And she's telling her version of stuff that he never listens. He acts like nothing is wrong. And so she just walked out. And I'm like, wait, my memory is her staring out the window. And he said, we're not working, right? We can agree that this is not working. But, oh God, I'm the fool. Because he said the same thing, telling the guys, like, she just walked out. And I'm like, wait, what?
No, we saw you guys not only was it not that, this was a very like rational, reasoned breakup with a hug at the end of it. So
yeah.
This wasn't like some big blow up where she's screaming and storms out. Like, I don't know why y'all are saying this.
But this has always been one of the issues with this franchise. We've said from beginning, the editing just seems very disjointed. And it's like, we're not watching what they're saying. And even when you want to doubt yourself, I mean, another perfect example was Ludovica and Davide saying, oh, it was just nice sleeping with her. We didn't have sex. And I was like, oh yeah, we had sex at the honeymoon. Like, okay, which is it? You know?
They went back and forth so many times. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah. So Georgia grabs, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't know who she grabbed. They never told us this man's name, or I missed it, but I don't know who he is.
I don't know who that guy was either.
But they spoke in the pods, but guys, that was 12 years ago. I don't know. I can't remember who that was.
Some guy.
Some dude. And she tells him that she and Giovanni didn't work out, and he's like, oh, you don't say. I think everybody knew that. Whoever ended up with Giovanni was not going to work. And as she's telling him that, Giovanni walks in with Frederica, and I'm like, oh, the audacity of men, yo.
It's so he walks in with Frederica loud. It wasn't even like, oh, we're just gonna walk in together. We're walking in and making a scene so everyone looks at us.
Yeah.
It was gross.
They're talking for a while, and then the men are talking, but the men seem to like Giovanni. I guess
like him.
I thought they were tolerating him, but they seem to actually like him, and I'm like, that's very interesting.
I don't get it.
Georgia tells we do not know his name, that she feels sorry for him at the same time that Frederica is telling someone that, oh, he's just a friend. And he's saying that Frederica is just a friend to him. That's more like him, and I quote, aesthetically and culturally. Get your guy, Brian.
My guy, I don't like this man wore a pirate shirt. I don't like him. No, I think This was all gross to me. It was the whole thing was gross, but also him like trying to downplay it when they first showed up. Like, oh no, she was outside standing in the rain. I had nothing to do with it. I'm like, what? You're a grown up. You are a grown up. Hey, I like her. We're here together. Like,
Can I
just say
just say,
that.
even that, I thought he was joking though. I think he was just being like, "Oh, like how someone says, oh, you stepped to her and like, oh, oops, you fell and just tripped into her."
Oh
I think
yeah.
that was the kind of like,
No, he's trying to be cutesy and
okay,
fun, but I'm
yes,
just like,
yeah,
but stop, just stop. Just like, this is not the
okay.
time. You aren't the person. Just be like, yes, I like her. We're here together. You're not charming enough to pull this off. You're not a scamp.
I mean, the thing about Giovanni is like at the core of it all, he's not even like a lovable villain. I just think he's
No.
cruel. He was cruel because they were taking shots and then he says, "Cheers to love that isn't blind." And everyone's like, "Ha ha 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 ha." I was
Right?
like, "Joke's on you, buddy. We've been knowing love isn't blind. We've watched like how many episodes?"
Well, and the way that I interpreted that was like, yeah, we're gonna stay with Ludovica, but she's ugly. That's kind of the interpretation you have to have for that.
Oh man. And
Yeah.
then he says, because he's been watching Georgia and the man we do not know talk, and he's like, poor guy. They've been chatting for over an hour. And I'm like, ugh, okay. So Georgia,
Why are you keeping track?
I don't know if Georgia sees that Frederica walked in with Giovanni because she goes on over to Frederica and gives her a hug and kisses her.
I
And
think she saw because when she first walked in, she's like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me," or something like that.
no,
When
yeah,
they
yeah,
first came,
yeah.
but that could have also been editing of any other time where they just
Yeah.
spliced in her saying that. That's true.
Because I mean, if I saw that, I could say hi, but I'm not going over to you and, hey,
No,
hi, you come to me.
yeah, we're not buddy
And
buddy.
Frederica says she wants to pull her aside and to tell her, like, hey, I've been chatting with Giovanni even when we were on holiday. Georgia's like, wait, when we were in Morocco, y'all
Mm-hmm.
were chatting? And she's like, yes. And then she goes, and this is a translation, but please keep calm. And you remember when we had that phase where it was like, keep calm and
Yeah,
whatever it
keep calm
was?
and carry on.
and, and I was like, she's like, he didn't say he was interested in me. Like, we just went to dinner last night, but nothing is going on. Nothing happened and stuff. And I'm like, okay, the lady doth protest too much. But
Right.
also, Brian, I don't think she's lying. I don't think what Giovanni's looking for is here. Um,
Well, I'm not gonna say that something happened between the two of them. I think they might have made out. I don't know. But I do think that it's very clear to both of them that this is not just, oh, we're friends who went out for dinner. Like, she's trying to downplay it as though like there's nothing between us. This
yeah,
is not gonna, it's like, no, there is. Like, you
yeah.
guys are interested in each other. That's why you went on a date. So to try to like it was,
Make
she
it
was
seem like,
covering way
yeah.
too much. Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to look good, but it's just like, I think that Frederica is interested in Giovanni. Giovanni is not interested in Frederica. Giovanni just needs a reason to stay on the show.
Yeah.
So,
He can't be alone. I mean, he needs to be with somebody.
I hope she knows that she looks silly. And also
Mhm.
just doing all this extra, pulling her aside, saying, no, it was nothing. We just went to dinner. Oh, we just came together. We just like, no, you can't put lipstick on a pig.
No,
So
and she read her where she was like, "Well, I guess you guys deserve to be together considering how you both act."
yeah, she's like,
She lit her up.
you're a good match. So, have
Mhm.
fun. And because Giovanni is Giovanni, an asshole who is
Mhm.
just can't help himself, goes over to Georgia and tries to antagonize her. As far as I'm concerned,
Wild.
she has
Yeah.
not said a word to you. She has stayed in her lane, and you just go over there and you're like, how many lies? How many lies have you told? How many people have you told the lies to? And I'm just like, this man is overcompensating. Overcompensating for what? It's one thing to want to be on the show and to get a scene. I'm so curious to know what he's going to be like on the reunion. I really am.
Oh, I think he's going to be his worst self. I really think that this is who he is, and we know that reunions take a long time to film.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of things get brought up that we don't see. I could see by the end of it him just being like a fuming like dick and just
Yeah.
lashing at everybody because he's just not like a nice person. And in that whole interaction that you had with her at the end, she was like, "I don't have to do this. Like, I can
Mhm.
leave." Like, no, you do have to do this. I'm like, no, she doesn't, man. Like,
Yeah.
no, she can leave. This is all very stupid.
Yeah. I do have an update for you, Brian, from our
Mm.
consultant, Giovanni.
The
Um,
good Giovanni.
yes, the good Giovanni, the one that we claim.
Right.
There is a Trader's Italy, he says.
Oh, okay.
So
That's where he's trying to
we
get to.
shall see.
Clearly,
We shall
he's
see.
got a costume and everything. Yeah,
He's ready for Scotland. I'm kidding. They're
that's
probably not
right.
going to do it in Scotland. Um, he says that he's just irritated seeing her and that she always wants to look good. And I'm like, who? She or
Right,
you? What are we
right.
doing?
Who you talking about?
And then, she leaves and I'm mad that he got his way. I wish she didn't leave, but for her sanity, if it's better to
Hmm.
just not be in the same vicinity as him, like just go. It's fine.
Yep. Agreed.
Um, Alessandro is very mad at Eliza or Elisa and the Davide PDA and is like, why are you doing this? I would never do that. And I'm like, I mean, he's not, is he being childish? Yes, but is he allowed to? Yes. They just
Yeah.
broke up and he really
Yeah.
actually liked her. And she's clearly, like you said, pulling high school moves. And it's just annoying. You have to see
And
it.
she's 6 feet away. It's not like they're across the room and like, oh, you're catching glimpses. Like, there's nobody between the two of you. You guys are right here. He's right there. She was facing him, like with
Yeah.
her butt on Davide,
Yeah.
arms all draped. I'm like, yes, no, of course he's going to be upset when he sees this. Like, that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Which I get it. You want to upset your ex. Okay, it's childish, but who amongst us? But like, let's own up to it instead of being like, no, what are you upset about? What are you talking? Nothing's happening. I'm like, no, let's not play dumb. This is all on purpose.
These people are not introspective. I was just thinking through my
No.
mental head count, and there's no introspection here.
Mm-mm.
While this is happening, people are trying to encourage Alessandro to go talk it out with her. And I'm like, why? There's
For
nothing
what?
to say. They're not compatible. The minute you say
No.
hi, they're gonna go at it and bicker and keep them apart. There's
Yeah.
nothing for them to talk about. So with
No.
all this drama going on, like Giovanni yelling at Georgia and Alessandra just yelling at I don't know anyone who cares to listen about how annoyed she is. Ione and Alessandro are just in their bubble, just like everyone's
So cute.
crazy, man. Yeah, like my favorite couple. I'm still mad they didn't make it to the. It's not the honeymoon, the getaway
Yeah.
in
The
Morocco.
retreat,
Like
whatever you
it
want to call it.
really would
Yeah.
have been very interesting to see what their dynamic would have been over there. And I heard what she
Hmm.
said for the first time. Like when we get to the weddings, the officiants do call her Yoni, so I'm guessing that is the Italian version of her name.
Could be. Yeah.
Okay, so that was it for the pod squad, and I will take a quick break and come back to talk about everyone right before the weddings and the fittings. All right. Let's talk about Ludovica and Davide. They're
Let's talk
back
about it.
and hot, cold, hot, cold. Never know what it feels like. At first, Davide was so head over heels for Ludovica, and you following the usual patterns. Ludovica finally falls for a man that wasn't necessarily her type and is now head over heels for him. And now he's like, oh my God, too much. I don't want it.
Hmm.
I think something's wrong. And that's why you should never not lower your standards. He's not like ugly or anything, but it's like, if you know what you like, just go with that because
For
they will
real.
always try you.
I mean, yes, this is. I don't get it. I don't understand what he's freaking out about. Clearly there's a major
Something happened.
disconnect going on
Yeah.
here. Something's going on.
Yeah, something happened. So she says, she's like, it just feels like we're always on eggshells. I was like, you are? Because here this show comes again where it's like, I get it. The only hint we have is like, she's mentioning that they didn't have sex and then he said he was stressed, but it's like, okay, the eggshells part, I thought she was very vocal about everything that she wanted.
Seemed like
And I'm
it.
like, that's new. Then she's like, yeah, I miss getting along with him and we don't talk anymore. I'm like, oh, episode 8, we are finding this out.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Everything was fine
he's like,
before.
apparently like he doesn't think he can learn any more about her from conversation. Brian, I can't with your species.
No, don't associate me with this man. I don't know him. I'm not even Neapolitan.
What?
I think this whole thing, the read between the lines here, it feels like he can't perform right now, and I think that is obviously stressing out both of them. It feels like she doesn't really know how to handle this. And instead of like pulling back, she's like, "Come on, man, let's get it going. You got to do it."
It is.
It's a disaster.
It is. And I think, because we have watched episode 9, it is going to color how we talk about it. Like it would have been
Mhm.
different if we hadn't seen episode 9. Because for me, it's basically like he already knows. He knows that he wants out of
Yeah.
this. So that's
Yep.
why he's not performing. But she doesn't know that. She thinks we're getting along, but these are the hints where it's like, am I being crazy or am I not? Because from the get-go, why did this man give his situationship the key if you weren't trying to self-sabotage?
I
So
don't
it'll be
know.
very
Yeah.
curious, hopefully at the reunion, that they tell us when he knew or what was happening for him, because this was the look of a man that was checked out completely.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
you to tell somebody like, we don't need to talk, there's nothing more to learn from you. I'm like, oh,
Well, we also had that scene of them laying in bed. I think it was after they had the meetup with the pod people and everything. And she's like, "Man, everything is great. If only that dick worked." And he was just like, "Yeah, I'm on the road to ruin." And I was like, "What does that mean?" Like, that sounds ominous.
yeah, she says that she's like, we're just not having enough sex and it's absurd, and she always has to tell him that, and she worries that he's not being himself fully
Mhm.
around him, and he's like, I'm just stressed, and she's like, okay, that's fine if you're stressed, but let's figure it out. What would make you feel good? And I don't know, the unsaid thing is, I don't want you to make me feel good. You watch
Right.
Monsters Ball? When Halle Berry told the character, make me feel good.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Deep cuts.
My bad.
Oscar-winning deep cuts.
That was the thing they had to play every single time, every Oscar role. Okay. Sorry,
Oh
guys.
boy.
But it's just, Davide is like, don't make me feel good. Like, leave me alone.
Right. He's like, I'm sick of her trying to fix everything. I'm just like, oh no.
So when they're fighting, and it's so funny because again, we're watching the translation, and when they argue, they're so passionate. It always goes from 0 to 150. But Davide
Yeah.
is like, well, you say you miss sex. Well, I miss your good attitude. So how about that, Jasmine and Gino?
Right. No, this is Jasmine and Gino to a T. Put a hat on this man.
Oh, shave all his hair. So that was about it. We'll talk about them later when we get to the fittings and the weddings. But that was the general gist around their relationship. We find out that things are not good when the last thing we saw was them in Naples, her crying with the but we should have known. The mama said, "Yeah, I think I gotta work." So
They got a thing to do at a place. I can't come to that.
Karen and Nicola, this show confuses the heck out of me because their scene starts with, "Oh, she's meeting my parents." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I thought your parents hated her guts.
Drove all the way. They didn't want to be on camera. You didn't even tell them about the wedding, and you just, no lube. We're gonna meet the parents. We're like, okay, I can't adjust to
No
all
Vaseline.
of this. Nothing. And Nicholas says, like, he worked really hard, for his parents to be on camera, and he has also told them about the kid. And I'm like, wow, a lot happened.
When did this happen?
Good for them.
Sure.
And they meet. It's actually kind of cute. There's the mom says, "I'm surprised, but I actually liked her." Like, well, trust your
I came in here ready to hate her guts, but boy, she's great.
What I can't believe, Brian, is that Nikolai really did a 180. Like, I thought this man, we all said no one's here for it, nothing's happening. Nicolas seemed like he wanted to point out that Ludovica is into me. Like, he was so focused on that. But I don't know. Again, much like Davide, the one we know, when he had the point where he's like, yeah, I don't want to be with Ludovica. What was the turning point for Nicola where he was like, you know what? I like this woman, and I, by hook or by crook, I'm going to be with this woman. I want to know what that is. So
yeah, we didn't see it. He didn't explain it. They could have given us like at least a little montage.
Yeah.
Of like showing cute moments where we see him like start to develop. They give us nothing.
Yeah.
It just went from, well, Ludovica thinks about me all the time to now I'm your man and that's it. I'm just like, well, okay, it's good. I'm happy, but I'm curious.
And it's hard to temper your emotions because for me, I'm so sure that, something's not going to work out because you're telling me your parents are not with it. Your parents are not going to be on camera. They're not even going to meet her. She's saying you're not going to meet my son. And these are things like, they mean so much to you. Why would I think anything will happen? And then the next minute I have to like fix myself and be like, oh, wait, they like her. They've met her. They've done all the things. And I do like the fact that Nicola he didn't say anything. He didn't try too hard with the parents. He just really let them have a conversation. He didn't oversell, didn't do all of that. So it was really cute. It was nice.
Yeah, it was very cute. His parents were cute. The whole thing was very sweet.
Yes, it was. Okay. Hayoni and Alessandro B. the one who never stopped smiling the entire series. Not
Well, he's happy as hell. I get it. Like
my
everything's
God.
going great for him.
I don't know. Do I call her Yoni or Yoni?
I don't
Yoni,
know. Follow your heart.
what does my heart say? Yoni thinks that she's in love, but doesn't want to say it. So she wrote it instead and wrote like a long letter that I zoned out on because I'm not the one
She
she's in
put it
love
into
with.
a book and scavenger
Yeah.
hunt.
So, but it was a good thing. So, yay.
It was
And
very sweet.
I swear these two are in a completely different show. I just, they're not. It's like World War III is happening here, and these people are in Utopia, and they're just like, who? So maybe it's
Yeah,
a good thing they didn't come to Morocco because it would have been like,
probably.
what?
I mean, they've had no struggles at all. It's like, have you ever seen on HBO Big Love?
Yes.
Okay, well, I didn't know. And everyone's seen Big Love.
Sorry,
Remember
I forgot
Bill?
that you're not in my personal life. I do that to people like,
Right.
what? The question is, what are you not watching? So when they ask me,
The
I'm like,
answer is usually
yeah.
no when I ask somebody that question.
Okay,
But
yes.
Bill had his brother and sister who were like batshit
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And whenever they were on camera, the camera was tilted and the music was different. That's what it's like with these two. You
Yeah.
guys are on a whole different show. Like we cut to you guys and everything is great and like your
Yeah.
lighting is different. Everything is wonderful. You cut
Yeah.
back, there is panic music and like a tilted camera and yellow and everything.
Brian, of course they had issues. He stands up when he pees. Come on now.
Truly, that almost ended them. You're right. He might be sitting down now for all we know.
Okay, yeah. Not gonna say. What was I gonna say? Yeah, these two people are so in sync that they're both so happy when the mountains have they not always been there? Like, what was it about?
I don't know.
Because I'm like, you can't just put a mountain. So did the clouds clear and you could
Yeah,
finally see it?
maybe they can't ordinarily see them from there, but it was like an unusually clear day or something like that.
I mean, I'm happy for them. I was just like,
Sure.
what did I miss?
These mountains came overnight.
And even her just being excited to go get her phone to take a picture and to see the mountains. Alessandra's just like, to meet someone who's just as excited as I am to see mountains. And I'm like, you know what? Love is good. Love is
Y'all are happy.
good. But the last episode that we had, my side eye was still there because I'm an adult and I'm jaded. But this man keeps saying, whatever happens, happens. Let's enjoy the time we have now, and we need to see if this can be a yes. And the Yoni's like, listen, my parents got a visa. They're coming down here.
Do you have any idea how far it is to fly from South Korea?
If you are not saying yes, just tell me now. Guys,
this is costing a lot of money.
Didn't say any of this. This is us just
no. But I mean, it's practical thoughts. Yeah.
Then we have Gorgana and Parmi. They are visiting his parents at the restaurant because they cannot ever film at his house.
No,
we only
we're not doing that
at the restaurants. Apparently, there is a roadblock on who is going to move, and it's a big thing. And I'm like, yes, it is an important thing. Why have we never seen it? You guys didn't talk about it in the pods, didn't talk about it in real life. And Gorgana is like, oh, the wedding scares other people, but not us. And I was like, you could have fooled me. That's all you've been talking about. This show frustrates me in that regard.
Truly. No, and the moving thing is stupid because in the pods, y'all both should have realized, oh, I can't move with my job. As he said, he can't move the restaurant.
Yeah.
She is a store manager, but like a store manager in the airport. So they probably can't just like transfer to some other branch of this store closer to where he lives. This should have been something y'all discussed right in the beginning. It just never came up.
Also, again, it's a family restaurant. That's what he does. It's not like he can move. It's part of like, a Jenny and Sumit situation. All hands on deck. Like, no, in terms of like all hands on deck on there, like everybody has a part that they're going to play. They're not going to. And when it's a family restaurant, there's a dynamic. Like everyone knows what they're playing. One person just can't, deuces, I'm out. And then you
hire a replacement.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But to my knowledge, her job is flexible. Like it could just,
I would imagine.
Transferable skills, at least for now, until he can at least ease out, because his parents didn't even know. They thought he went on a game show network. So
that's true. He's like, yeah, you guys, turns out it's not a game. This is a real marriage I'm doing. I just found out.
But anyways, apparently Gorgana is not scared of the wedding.
Right.
So her parents are coming to lunch, and I have no idea if she has told them that he is Indian, because
I
last
don't
we
think so.
knew, she didn't say anything. And I'm like, that is really, really terrible for them to come in, walk in, and be like, oh,
It's real
that
fucked up.
I think she told her mom at least. I think her mom knew everything. And maybe her
Yeah.
mom kind of prepared them. That's what I'm going to go by for my sanity.
They seem
So,
like they have a much closer relationship than she and her dad. And
yeah.
even like watching her mom talk about it, like at the end of this scene, it seemed like she probably had a bit of a heads up, which made it easier for her to like come to grips with things than her dad
Yeah.
and her uncle, for
Well,
that
I mean,
matter.
that's the thing. Well, I thought it was just parents, but people kept trooping in, and I'm like, oh, there's
Hmm.
a whole bunch of relatives coming, and I'm like, this is overwhelming. It's hard to meet
Yeah,
like
it's too much,
in-laws and people, like not on the first. And you've already told me they're racist, for lack of a better word.
right?
Now I have to meet six instead of two. Like it's a lot.
You told me they're racist because they're Eastern European, and then you invited a bunch of other Eastern Europeans into my house. Like, what am I supposed to expect?
Yeah, everyone's sitting there, and I want to say they're playing mime music. It's the equivalent of like the clown music when you watch that, and I'm like, it just looks so awkward. And at some point, her dad says something like, because he's not from Milan, and he's like, "Oh, what'd you think? There are too many foreigners, huh?" And
A lot
I'm
of
like,
foreigners, huh?
"Where did you come from, Bulgaria?
Right? Right?
What?"
I mean, listen, I understand that Bulgaria used to be part of the Roman Empire. That doesn't count. That doesn't
Mm-mm.
make you Italian. So no, it was wild. And then for
That's a
Gargana to be like, "Hey, Mom, like do something." I'm just like, what's mom gonna do now? You said it already.
I mean, I just, for you to even say that to someone that's clearly a foreigner is just
Hmm.
it filtered through your brain and you were like, yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
No, no,
I mean, essentially what he was saying is like a lot of brown people, huh? Because like, well, I'm a foreigner, but it's different. I don't count.
it's different. Yeah. And then he flat out says, yeah, I wasn't expecting an Indian. At least I
Hmm.
expected someone with hair. I'm like, sir, you have strands for hair.
Right.
Do
Yeah.
not
You have the
comment
remnants of
on someone.
hair.
And, from what I can see, I feel like Parmy can still grow hair. He chooses
Yeah.
to shave his head. He should grow hair. Oh my god, Parmy would be even hotter with
If
hair.
yes, there was that scene. I don't know if that was his brother or whatever at the restaurant, the guy with the glasses. I'm like, if
Yeah,
Parmy had that hair, like it'd be over
yeah.
for everybody else.
No, I
Like
think
it'd be over.
I hope he shows up at the reunion with just locks, not hair.
He can definitely
Locks.
grow it. He's not in my position where like if I grow it in, it looks sad. Like he can still grow his for sure. His hairline's very healthy.
Yeah, he says he's worried about the cultural differences, but if she's happy, he's gonna stick by her. And I'm like, this show
Hmm.
again. What am I
Here we
supposed to
go.
feel? Do I hate this man or is he supporting his daughter? Like, give me
Right?
a storyline. Never have I seen the importance of editing. And, I didn't know I wanted people to tell me how to think, but here we are.
Yeah.
Her mom says, if it was just me, I would agree right away. I'm fine, but it's not under the control of my husband. So,
I do what he says. So what am I gonna do?
so that was it for them. Those were all the things everyone had, and I will take a break and come back to talk about the dress and the tux fitting. All right. The host showed up. They gave way too long speeches.
Sure did.
Like, what are you talking about? You don't even need to earn your paycheck. Just show up
No.
and take your check and stop talking.
All right. You're not the stars of this.
Okay, so they each come up with their dresses. It's honestly, they just tried on one. I know some franchises, they make them wear one and they're like, no, but it's not really, I don't feel that this is it. And then they wear the second one and be like, this is it. They
This is
just
the
wore
one.
one dress. Gargana's dress, to me, stunning. Like, I
Hmm.
absolutely just loved her dress. Karen's dress, it was fine. It was too lacy for me.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
lace.
I didn't need it.
Ludovica's dress. Now, it was whimsical, but it is Ludovica. It was
It
cute,
was whimsical.
but it felt like no, it felt like when you're playing dress up and it's a
Hmm.
costume party and I'm dressing like a bride, and then the
Yep.
blue fascinator made it seem like it was giving guest, and I'm like
Yeah,
with
that
the
was stupid.
shoes. But the shoes, I think, is her Carrie moment. I don't know if you watch Sex in the City,
I do
but
not.
okay, the big propose to Carrie with blue Manolo Blahniks, and that's what
Ah.
she was wearing. And I'm like, girl, come into reality. Like, I have a thing, very irrational. People who've been listening to me for a long time, I have a lot of irrational like irks. Old and grumpy,
Get
but
those?
I don't like when adults are not in reality. Like, I just feel adults should be jaded. Like, you can't still be living in a TV show. Like, what are you doing? Like,
That's true.
like
We you
I
can you can you can aspire to that, but also understand what real life is.
yes, like I'm okay with romanticizing things. It's the only way to get through this cruel world that we're living in. So that's fine.
Hmm.
But it's just when you're, I don't want to say childlike because you see all these things that say, "Oh, you should be childlike." Ah, but
I
when you're
have a child. You should not be childlike.
but when you're trying to recreate a TV show and all, it's like what 25 years? No, that show was like 28 years ago. So it's like
Right.
okay, Carrie
No.
too. I'm not a fan of Carrie,
No.
so that's a whole other
Smartphones
thing.
didn't exist at the time. The
Yeah.
show is not relevant to our modern day.
So yeah, so she says, "Oh, I really believe this is the one for me." So it is for her. Hyone's
Hmm.
was plain, but it's Hyone, and it had a
Yeah.
slit and it was backless. So that was the pow. I just wish it had more, but honestly, it was so her and it was pretty, and she's pretty enough to pull anything. So
Yeah. I had the same thought with Gargana. Like, this is a very, it's not, the dress is beautiful on her. It's
hmm
not like a crazy, there's not a whole lot to it. It's a very
yeah,
pretty plain dress with like a really nice back.
yeah,
But like,
and
because
sleeves.
obviously she likes her back, and like you tell she felt really good in it,
Yeah,
that it looked great on her. But I'm like, yeah, on the mannequin, I'm like, oh, that's a fine dress. But on her, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that's a great dress.
It's a case of she wore the dress. So sometimes the
Yeah.
dresses wear people, but it was
Hmm.
good for her body. It was very flattering, and it was great.
It was great.
For the guys, Nicola looks great, and I was just like, what a great head of hair that man has.
Truly, lettuce. That guy has tremendous head of hair. I'm not
Hair.
jealous about it, but I'm just like, I have friends who would be like, fuck that guy. Like, they'd be so mad if they saw him.
Davide looks okay. I just what were the pants? Like it just didn't go together. Like it's like party, what are we trying? Party up top and business on whichever
It
way
was
it
it was
is. It
weird. It
it
was a
didn't go together like
weird.
khaki pant. Like what was it? It
No,
could
it
be
was
better.
way too casual. And we'll talk about it on the wedding day, but the family also had thoughts,
Oh yeah, I mean, and like we said, the man was checked out in all ways. He's like,
right?
maybe if she sees the pants, she'll just
Yeah,
run.
I have these in my closet already.
And yeah, he makes a comment like, "Oh, she's so obsessed with me." I'm like, "Oh, that's a bad thing. Now you're complaining. On the first day, you were the one there, just like trying so much to make sure that you had her heart, and she does, and
Hmm.
this is you." I did not like Alessandro's at all. And I don't know if it's because they cannot style his size, but it was not
Could be.
flattering. It just made him look, no, I did not like it at all.
I think when you're big like that, because he's not just tall, he's like a larger proportion in
He
general.
jacked.
Yeah, he's just a man who's sized up from like a regular size man. I think you need to like get like a tailor to fix your stuff a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't, like, my brother used to be a bodybuilder. He doesn't do it anymore. But there was a period he could not wear regular pants because his thighs were
Yeah.
too big,
Yeah.
and he'd have to like go get his pants tailored. So like I could see, I think if he would have had time to get this like really, really well tailored, it would have looked good on him, but it just
Mhm.
didn't fit right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. It didn't fit right and wasn't flattering. But I
Yeah.
mean, Italy, they're known for
Right.
this.
Why
Give me
don't
the
you get the,
work.
yeah. Everyone looks so fashionable in their regular clothes. Like
Yeah.
everybody.
They all go on their final date and they discuss after the wedding. Someone has to go back. I can't remember who has to go back.
I
Oh,
forget.
Parmy. Parmy has to go back
There you
because of
go.
the restaurant and things like that. And she says like she doesn't know what he's like in real life. Like
Yeah.
they've been in a bubble, they've been on vacation this whole time in Milan, but he hasn't been there because restaurants can be very demanding and he could take up a
Yeah.
lot of time. Is this something that she's going to be okay with? They have to know, just not enough known. But all I know is
Yeah.
I want that suitcase that Gorgana had. When she was packing up stuff, it looked like it could withstand any storms and it could pack a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in
No,
there.
you could drop it out of an airplane and it'd be totally fine. Stuff wouldn't even
Okay.
spill.
Anything else before I go to the weddings?
I don't think so. I think we're good. Because, yeah, I never get a whole lot out of the tux and dress fitting anyway.
Yeah.
You guys look fine.
Okay, so the weddings. We start with Gergana and Parmi. And I think my first thought was I don't know if his parents are traditional, but it is a sacrifice, for him to just
Hmm.
do this wedding because the Indian weddings are like how many days long? And you
Yeah.
do like how many, like five ceremonies and different things that you have to do. So unless they're planning on, having yet another one, and then maybe they can mesh their cultures, Bulgarian
Yeah.
culture and Indians. And I don't know, I have a note here and I says, I need Parmi to grow his hair. I guess I was
I
watching.
mean,
Oh, I didn't talk about his tux. He picked out a print and he said
oh,
it's kind
I
of like
liked
a
it.
nod, yeah, to the Indian. I did not like it, but
You didn't like it.
I know I didn't.
I liked the print. I thought the
Yeah,
the look didn't achieve what he wanted to achieve, because to
yeah,
me it didn't look like you were giving a nod to your Indian heritage.
hmm,
It just looked like you were super fancy. If you would
yeah,
have had like a Nehru neck on his jacket or whatever, okay, that would make sense then. That would have made a more of a direct nod to me. But whatever, the man's super good looking, so like he looked great in it.
yeah. It was giving Bridgerton, like
Yep.
just yeah. So I didn't, but
Fancy.
I
Just
didn't.
you just look fancy.
Yeah, but I didn't. I wasn't really sure if it was like if it was just like a Indian adjacent print or if it was an
Mm,
actual Indian print. So I didn't want to be offensive, but I was just like,
yeah.
but I think he said this was the closest that he could get to kind of,
You're on
honor
short
that.
notice.
And I think like if he just had hair with the fit, I wouldn't even care. Like it would have been fine. But with this, he just kind of looked like a footman. So I wasn't
Yeah,
feeling
that's
it.
fair. That's
So
fair. Listen, I will always stand up for the bald among us.
no.
But he would look great with hair. I'll give you that.
My husband is bald. My husband wants
Yeah.
hair so bad. And I'm like, I
Oh,
don't even know you with hair. So it's fine.
I
Like
want
I
mine
think you're good.
gone.
No, he wants hair so bad.
No, I've been shaving for more than half my life at this point. Just fall out and get it over with. Like I'm never coming back.
Just go do laser in your head and you won't grow
I'm not
anymore.
made of money. Jesus.
So Gagana says that she's been saying that she's fine and everything's good. And then her friends show up, they're like, oh, how you doing? And then I'm remembering their last interaction where they kind of made Parmy to be like this terrible person. And she's like, oh, you have
Hmm.
a temper and yada yada yada. And may I remind you guys, ladies and gentlemen, that Gargana said that everybody is worried about the wedding, but not them. They're fine. They're cool. And as soon as her friends ask her, she's like, yeah, I'm torn between my head and my heart. I'm like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
Since when? When did that happen?
What? his
Out of nowhere.
his daddy still isn't with it with Parmy, but his mama's happy because men ruin everything. So
Yeah. Well,
but
we're not historically the best.
so that was it. And they decide, okay, they're going to go to the weddings. And during the vows, can you tell me why the camera kept panning to other women in the like
I sure can't, but it happened a
it,
lot.
it did, and I'm like, what? Is it
Uh huh.
like, oh, dreamy looks looking at Parmy, but what is the point of this?
I can't
And
explain it.
they read their vows, not their vows, they read the nice things they say about each other
Hmm.
and stuff. And before they ask if they say I do, they do like this pinky thingy, handshake thingy thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, so cute. And
that's
they're
cute.
like, do you take him to be your whatever Italians say? Maybe it's the same thing. But Gargana says, no, like we're not ready. And but I'm outside
Right.
though. I'm like, huh. In America, I'm outside means I'm ready to be single. But
Like I'm out here.
like,
I'm for the streets all of a sudden.
when does this mean? She's not
Yeah.
wrong. She's not wrong. They're not ready. These
No.
people were in a state of rebellion where it's like, my parents are not going to be happy with this, but fuck them. And then they got home. They're like,
Hmm.
oh my God, my dad's coming, my mom's coming, and now we care. And yeah, they're not ready. And the fact that they hadn't discussed who's going to move, the fact
Yeah.
that you have no idea what your life is going to be. I mean, you're not going to 100% know, but it really just felt like
There's a
they were
lot of
not
unknown here.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were in their Teresa and Louis love bubble, and
Yeah.
like there's a lot that they have not discussed. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to discuss if this is gonna work.
Yeah. Um their car is a Maserati because
Sure is.
it is Italy. I will say this: when I went to Germany, like all their taxis were like Mercedes, so it's
Yeah.
not a thing because that's
Aren't
their
the taxes in England Rolls Royce?
home. Brian,
Yes. Are they not? I've
no,
never been. That's what I heard. Oh shit.
no. Okay,
Ford, huh?
maybe a certain place I did not
A Dodge, is it?
get into that. But their wedding vehicles were Maseratis. She got into it. Her friend followed her. She was crying. And she says her greatest fear was what her parents would think, and she doesn't want to let them down. They have shared so many things. They moved here together, and she doesn't want to stop and not have a relationship with that. And Brian, that pissed me all the way off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All the way off because you had so many moments to say, you know what? I love my parents more than I love you that I met 20 whatever days ago. So I'm not
Yep.
going to do this. What was all the things that you said? What was all the things that you did? Why go ahead with this and play with someone's emotion? And we should have known when she met her mom and didn't say anything. And part of me is like, oh, I told them. Yeah.
Yeah, I told
And
them everything.
she
They know
didn't say
everything.
anything. So yeah, so I found that very annoying. And if she's outside, I also wondered why she and Parmy did not have a conversation because Parmy
Right.
spent a lot of time just hanging outside.
That's what I was waiting for. Okay, so I'm used to like it's a no and like I'm open to exploring in the future, blah blah blah. But right now I need some time.
Hmm.
It felt like she was like, it's a no for right now, but like let's talk about it like immediately.
Hmm.
And then we just didn't see them talk about it. And so I'm just like, why set that up? Why? I mean, just film her driving away then if we're not going to get the moment of the two of them talking about
Talking.
what just happened and what this means.
Hmm. And never in the history of Love is Blind have they said, oh, we'll work out afterwards. And it has. The only people that
No.
tried was Raven and SK. And we see how that turned out.
Yup.
So.
Wow.
So yeah, are you shocked that we got a no?
I am, but I'm happy that we got a no. I
Yeah.
thought they were going to say yes and make a dumb decision because they can work together. I think they are a wonderful couple together. They have a lot to sort out and figure out before they get to that point, and I'm happy that at least that she recognized that.
Yeah. Like I always say, if you really care what your parents think, don't do it. Like
Mhm.
whatever everything's just don't do it. You have to be ready to fight for this love that you think that you feel. And it's not
Yep.
fair to the other person if you're not willing to because that man really thought she was going to say yes. So
Yeah, sure did.
we'll see what happens at the reunion because we think that and then the reunion happens like, oh, I'm surprised. I told him I was going to say no. So I don't know why he thought this. So we'll see
Yep.
what happens. I hope they're not together at the reunion. I hope he has hair
Yeah.
and I hope they're not together at
We'll
the
see.
reunion. Okay, Nicola and Karen. True to talk, these people surprising us day in, day out. He meets her son on the day of the wedding.
Mhm.
I guess they don't care that they see each other before the wedding. They're all standing in the same room and
Yep.
meeting each other. And her son
Not a French,
seems,
not Italian thing apparently.
yeah, her son seems fine. They seem to all, like each other. And it's time to go out. Karen allegedly panics. I think they were just trying to set the
It was
scene.
bullshit.
It was not, yeah, there you go. It wasn't really anything. And then we have the quickest and shortest walk down the aisle. She speed
Mhm.
walks
Yeah.
down
She
that
made it in 3
aisle.
strides.
And I'm not going to beat around the bush, guys. Nicola says yes. Karen says it's a definite yes. And I
Yeah.
cannot believe my eyes. I
I'm surprised.
can't.
I'm surprised, and this should be like a really great moment of triumph
Yeah.
for me as a viewer. I don't care about this couple. I just don't. They didn't give me a reason to care. Like I don't. The fights they had in the beginning were very Ludovica based. That has gone away, and I have not had, like you said, we haven't had the moment where we watch them fall in love and have a reason to like think this is a real thing. I'm happy for them, I guess,
Yeah.
but I should be emotionally moved by this, and I felt nothing.
I was thinking about their fights. Hey, good morning. Oh, is that what you said to Ludovica? And now you want to say it to me?
So that's your side, bitch.
Okay. Speaking of Ludovica and Davide.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She had like a whole lot of talk with her friends and her friends, because I don't think her family
Her friends.
showed up. Her mom was under the weather and could not make it, but she helped her shop for the wedding dress, so she was a part of it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I've also wondered. I know there was one person from the pod, but I don't know why they don't let people from the pods come to the weddings. I just feel like it makes sense. They make friends
They should be
there,
there. Yeah.
and it might as well just be there.
Yeah, it seems odd.
So
You're right.
they ask her, they're like, "Oh, are you going to say yes?" And she says, "Yes, I want to marry him." She is so sure that this is the man for her. And they asked Davide. Everything on Davide's face said that he was going to say no, and that is in fact what he said. No. I want to say she
Mhm.
gave him a lashing before she walked away, but I don't know if it was a lashing or it was just a passion in which she was talking. But she
Yeah.
says like she probably didn't just fit the kind of woman that he wanted. She shakes his hand and then she says, good luck. Like,
Mhm.
hope you find what you're looking for. Davide says like they're very different people and there was no way they were going to work. And then I couldn't even prepare myself. I just see them having a conversation. It took me a minute. You know, when you wake up and you're like, wait, oh, where am I? Okay, yeah. I'm like, is it both of them talking? Because we just got over the whole Gergana and Parmi. They didn't get to talk. So I'm just like, oh, they are having a conversation. But as usual, they're
Mhm.
bickering. And then she's getting
Of
on him,
course.
like, what is it about me that you don't like? Why can't you do this? I do this all the time. I give myself. He could not get a word in. He
No.
just kept
He was a
going.
spectator to this conversation.
But when he does get a word in, I was like, maybe he should have shut up because apparently Davide wants a stay at home woman and he
Yeah.
wants someone who stands up to him. A stay at home woman who is going to stand up to you. Okay. And
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
He wants listen, the way that he describes it is not what he wants. He's essentially describing like a matriarchal society. Like, I want
Yeah.
you to be in charge of everything and also not have to work. Like, I'll do
Yeah.
all the work and you boss me around. That's not what you want. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because she's like, wait, so being independent is a bad like I'm kind of am I hearing the words coming out of your mouth right now? But
Yeah.
she's upset that the pattern keeps happening to her. Like this happens all the time. So therefore, in her mind, she has to be the problem.
Mhm.
I don't want to say that, but it is a rule of life that if certain things keep happening to you. No, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with her. I think what I'm saying, or looking back for if she wants to be introspective, is what is it that I'm doing? Like in this case, I don't know her, I don't know him, but it's like this man wasn't really what you wanted and you gave it a chance and it's like
Yeah.
don't bend backwards because look what this dude now is throwing it back in your face,
Yeah.
for. So make sure you just give it to the right person. What happens is like, the danger is giving your all to people who don't deserve it. And by the time you get to the person, you're just like, fuck man, and I don't want to do this no more. So
Yeah. No, I
um
think that's it. I don't think that she's necessarily she is the common denominator. I don't
yeah.
think she's the problem. I think she's like bad at picking
Yeah.
dudes, basically. Like
Pick a bad.
pick a better dude. Watch what happens.
Yeah. So hopefully she gets to do that. But it's just like I said, a pattern with all of them on here is they're not introspective. Because that's
No.
the same thing with oh God, is it Elisa or Elisa?
I think it's Elisa.
I I I
I don't
I,
know because the translation is different from the
I
dubbed. I don't
know.
know.
I made a mental note to see how they pronounce it, but they don't actually say her name because she didn't make it to the weddings and he
Right?
doesn't call her by her name. So um so anyways, but she has the same thing. She's like, this happens to me all the time. But it's like, okay, but what have you learned from the situation, to
Right.
do different? So I don't know. But then, oh yeah, he has to have the last word. He was giving Giovanni a run for his money here because he's like, yeah, the reason why I didn't sleep with you is because I lost interest. Okay, so there. I'm like,
Right.
okay, do you feel better now, big boy? Ugh.
Nice tantrum. Bravo.
Anyways, as soon as I see Hayoni and Alessandro, she's picking her parents up from the airport, and I'm like, this show is nuts. Because if this man wanted to say no, he has no chance in hell of
You
saying,
can't
you
do it
are
now.
not gonna make me fly all the way from
No.
South Korea.
No. There was layovers plural, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like this was not a fun day of travel for them.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is it. And also they were going last. So
Right.
kind of
We know
get
where
it.
this is going.
So I just love how open and affectionate he and his friends were. His friends came
Mhm.
over, his friends with the ice cream shop, and they're telling him, I've never seen you so happy. Just go for it if that's what you're thinking of. And Alessandro is just tearing up, and they're hugging. And I've said this before that Alessandro in my mind is how I envision an Italian, like just being all emotional, just like his hair,
Yeah.
his look, his everything is just, what I imagined. But it was just very cute.
Mhm.
They had a translator for her parents, which was very nice.
Yeah.
And when they're there at the wedding, the translator is behind them translating, and I'm wondering, like, that was very nice, but if I was at the wedding, is that not annoying? Like, someone's just whispering every single time, because they have to wait for her, and then it's quiet, but then someone's just, it's like someone talking in there. But it
Yeah.
was very nice. But I don't think her dad
Well,
cared.
it's
He
like
didn't lean over. Her mom is the one who was
you
like,
did.
what are they saying?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when you watch Veep, and how you got Tony Hale like whispering in her ear when she's having a conversation with somebody to tell who the
I'm saying
person
this
is
is
and
what
like
this
what
is.
they care about. That's kind of what it felt like.
Good job, Brian. You did not ask
Hmm.
me, did I watch Beef? There we
Well,
go.
everyone needs to watch Veep, and if you haven't, shame on you.
It's so good. Oh,
It's real good.
but also she's 3 for 3.
Hmm.
Seinfeld, Old Adventures of Christine, and then
Yep.
I digress. Do you want to take this person as your dearly beloved? Whatever that phrase is. She says yes. He says yes. Like, oh, we say duh. This is just where it
Yeah.
was. Their wedding was so touching. They're both crying. When he said yes, I think Yoni took her first breath. She
Hmm.
just like, oh my God, he did say yes. And
She was
she's
just like, I knew it was
crying.
gonna happen, but still.
Yeah. It was very cute. Like, he was crying, she was crying, her mom's crying, even her dad. He tried to stay all stoic,
Hmm.
but he took off his glasses. And I'm like, oh, so it was just very nice. And
Yeah.
even when they're doing their confessionals, they're just like, they're so happy. And I'm like, please God, let them still be together at the reunion,
Right. I
because
hope so. I like them a lot.
oh,
Yeah.
can't take it. But legend has it that Alessandro is still smiling from ear to ear as of right now, because
He's
he
smiling and sitting down to pee as we speak.
yes, he can't stop touching her. They can't stop kissing, and it was just a
Yeah.
nice ending to the season. No, the season over. Yeah,
Yeah, I
probably
guess. I
season
mean, we
over.
have the
Yeah,
reunion coming up,
the
but
reunion coming up. So yeah, the reunion is coming up earlier. It's not the usual on Monday, so we will have that next week for you guys, and we'll see what happens. Like, it's always exciting. I'm keeping my expectations low because France was amazing, but that reunion, man, I'm still
a
recovering.
dud. Well, and frankly, the last U.S. season had a terrible reunion too. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, we watch people play basketball. That's
they
true.
play horse for 20 minutes.
That is true. So yeah, so that was it. That really was the season of Italy. And like we said at the top of the episode, let us know what you would like us to talk about next. But before we go, Brian, tell people where they can find you.
Yep. So I host Maps Virgin. Like I said, I am not sexless. You can join our Facebook group, Maps Virgin Fan Club. We do a lot of memes and jokes in there and talk about other reality shows. And then you can follow us on Instagram and Threads at Maps Virgin. A lot of the same memes, but not the same reality show discussion. So join both. We're fun on both sides.
And you guys know where to find me. It is AutoCall MAFS on all of the socials. If you want to see what I'm thinking when I'm watching these shows, you can find that on Blue Sky or Threads. And stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any new episodes. And please, 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 if you like what you hear, please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you don't, go text your friends and tell them that Tang girl is terrible. But thank you for listening to this episode. And until next time, guys, bye.